Hallo allemaal, mijn naam is Igor Timmermans van Waterhert Magazine. We zijn uitgenodigd voor de Variety Tour. Iets met een geweer, een richtkijker en een kogel. We starten de tour in Bisley, het walhalla van het lange afstandsschieten. Hier even een kort gesprek met een van de organisatoren.
Hello everybody, this is Christine from Zeiss. I welcome all the readers of Waterhert, the biggest magazine in the Netherlands. We are here from different companies, so Zeiss invited, Hornady invited, Sauer invited, and Diana Hunting Tours invited 10 international journalists to come with us on board and travel through UK and put our equipment through their paces. So we are giving them equipment of one rifle, one pair of scopes and one pair of binoculars, and they are traveling through UK, experiencing very different hunting situations, and we will prove them that they can manage every situation with just one equipment. So that is the challenge today, and we are starting here in beautiful Bisley where shooting was more or less invented, and today we will be shooting on 1,100 yards and we will see who will manage to hit something.
De Zweedse sportjournalist Ulf Lindroth is een specialist op het gebied van lange afstandsschieten.
We're going to be shooting this 308 at 1100 yards now. I just ran some calculations in the app on the iPhone, and what we're dealing with is probably 12 or 13 meters of drop. We will actually send the bullet up and it'll drop 13 meters before it's out there. So we need to calculate that. But that's mathematic and fairly simple. What we need to do more, some little calculation of the wind drift. And here we're going to be dealing with probably less than 1 meter per second.
I'm Jens Tiggers from Hornady, and to all my friends and hunters in the Netherlands and the readers of Waterhert magazine. We've been here on that trip to show how versatile an equipment could be, hunting in different locations, different species, with one rifle, one optics and one ammunition. And from Hornady we choose the SST bullet, which is a combination of the million-fold proven interlock bullet on the inside and almost a match bullet on the outside with a high ballistic coefficient and bow tail polymer tip for huge and big downrange performance, and loaded in the super performance line, which means it's a new powder technology that Hornady developed with Hodgson powders, and that allows to give you 30 to 60 meters per second more speed than any other bullet on the market.
To me this is a new bullet and a new load, so I try to find a rule for how many clicks I have to adjust sideways for 1 meter per second straight side wind. And at 1100 meters here now, I'm guessing it would be about 9 clicks with this bullet. So I'm going to subtract that a little bit because we're going to have facing a wind which is not a head-on wind and it's very soft. So I'm probably going to be trying with less than 1 meter per second. I'm probably going to be trying 4 or 5 clicks, which out there will be half a meter or so. But then on the other hand, the bullet will also have a natural spin drift, which is regardless of wind. So it's going to drift a little to the right anyway. I haven't been able to make a calculation exactly because I don't have the length of the bullet, but we're probably dealing with a couple of clicks out there. And that would be to the right, so that will actually compensate for some of the wind. So I'll subtract that and probably end up clicking maybe 3 clicks to the right for wind minus spin drift at that distance. And then I'm going to be clicking a lot for height, but that's mathematical, and I'll just read that out of the program. That should be fairly easy. What I do not have, which is of course vital, is air pressure, so I'm just guessing. And since I believe we have a little bit of a low pressure and we're fairly close to the water, I'm thinking I'm going to try 960 hectopascals or something. That's just a lot of small parameters to calculate when you're going to send a bullet 13 meters up, have it drift in the wind and then fall down at the target out there. It can do a lot of funny things.
We jagen op verschillende soorten, waaronder Chinees waterdeer, Chinees waterhert en muntjac. 2 soorten die we in Nederland niet hebben. We zijn nu in gesprek met de hoofdredacteur van Sporting Rifle, Peter Carr. En hij vertelt ons meer over het Chinees waterhert.
It's an interesting species. 10% of the world's population is actually in the UK, well in England. And that's thanks to the Duke of Bedford. The Duke, the 11th Duke I believe it was, actually imported the Chinese water deer to his park at Woburn Abbey in Bedfordshire, and they built up a sizable population, and some of these were moved down to Whipsnade, further south from Woburn. And during the war years, the story is the gates of the park were left open, and the water deer escaped and established a feral population in the wild. And this has since spread. Bedfordshire is a stronghold for the species still today. Some of those were actually moved up into the Cambridgeshire Fens, and there's a separate population there which has also expanded in recent years.
De andere soort die wij niet hebben in Nederland is muntjac.
So it's very similar to the road, just to give it three. What you do is three big loud squeaks like this, and then go into the pocket and then do the muffled, slightly quieter, and then to pull those in. You've changed the whistle. Yeah, we've changed it. You start off a bit louder, and then just pip it.
Hi, my name is Kristoffer Clausen. I come from Norway. I say hello to my Dutch friends and the readers of the White Man's Heil magazine. I'm hunting here in UK at the moment for muntjac, Chinese water deer, and fallow deer. And this is actually the opening day of Chinese water deer. And I was lucky enough today actually to get a gold medal. And we've been struggling, you know, and I've been out the whole morning. It's the middle of the day now. We've seen lots and lots. Everyone has said it's so easy to get these animals, but either I'm stupid or they are actually a bit clever. I've enjoyed it. I enjoy the company of Igor holding the camera here. He's a good friend of mine and the owner of the White Man's Heil magazine. It's been a great trip, a great company. We've been a bunch of hunters and journalists from around Europe, and I enjoy traveling around, hunting different animals, and hopefully one day I can do a hunt in Holland as well.
De jacht werd mogelijk gemaakt door Diana Hunting Tours. Sauer leverde de geweren en Zeiss leverde de verrekijkers en de richtkijkers.
We have the most versatile optical products on the market with the Victory V8 and the Victory SF binocular, which is to be launched next EVA show, so March 2015. And we have chosen England as a destination because we have so many different styles of hunting and hunting locations here, and we were on that bus to travel from location to location, and every hunting day was different. So we wanted to prove to the journalists that our stuff is really the most versatile in the world.
It's a very interesting animal. I fancied it for years. Actually, we're in Chinese water deer heaven, and it's my first Chinese water deer. So yes, I'm very happy with it. So Jens, this Chinese water deer on the 1st of November, which is a special day, open today.
Yeah.
Actually, I had a hard time finding the entry room, and the exit room was surprisingly small. Can you please explain what you think or what you know the reason is?
Yeah, I mean, this species, I mean, it's a very light game, very thin-skinned, so it represents maybe the lower end of the range of game you can shoot with it. And even on that light body and on distance at 90 meters you shot it, we have a very tiny entrance wound here, which you can see. So it's not necessary to make more destruction there, but if you go on the inside, you see that it opened up very quickly, and you mainly bring the game down. That's what we want, you know, quick death. And even if it's rapidly expanding, the exit wound is pretty decent here without a lot of damage. You don't see any bruises. That's the exit, and it was dead on the spot, and this is exactly the performance that we want. I mean, first of all, the game has to be done quickly, and then we consider other things like meat damage and so forth. And it's a very versatile bullet.
Het was een super week. We hebben heel veel soorten jacht meegemaakt. Enorm leuke mensen ontmoet. Maar als ik één ding mag aanraden, ga een keer naar Bisley. Op 1000 meter schieten, helemaal te gek.